brothers, sisters, boys and girls here in this wonderful country. I just came yesterday and I have great honor of being here the second time. The first time was many years back, and this time I am more overwhelmed by the perseverance and also the attitude of not just the organizers but also the participants. See, I am in between you and your lunch now, and then when someone is asked, how will you manage stress? I heard the most wonderful answers you can ever expect. Amazing. So I think this is the wonderful country where I feel it meaningful to come and talk again. So I will speak about the lifestyle medicine, Ayurveda, the lifestyle medicine, and also how we use it in stress management in India or in Kerala. Yeah, so it has a few components for workplace wellness, how we use Ayurveda, for stress management, and also for balance. We have been hearing about balance from the morning. Ayurveda is the science of balance. Yeah? So by not eating also, we are doing a great thing for your balance. Maybe you have too much of kapha, which is making you lethargic. I was really worried about that because my talk was in the afternoon post lunch. So I was wondering, my God, how could I wake up these people who had a full meal and then coming in front of me to hear about this? But now, this is the best time. Actually it was in 2011 I came first to Philippines in Manila for similar conference organized by Father Jacob. So I have a long-term association with this country and also Sandhi Ayurveda and Father Jacob. So I'm happy to be back and also it proved from the very morning, whatever deliberations which were happening here proved that it was very meaningful to come back and speak about Ayurveda in this wonderful country. So I will orient myself little bit different from the conventional Ayurvedic style. I will orient myself related with workplace wellness and Ayurveda because mostly people who are here are professionals. And what Ayurveda can do for your workplace wellness and how it becomes the lifestyle medicine related with your workplace. That will be my orientation. We know that the modern lifestyle we all follow, not just in the Philippines, not just in a European country or in the United States, everywhere in the world we follow more or less the same pattern in workplaces and in daily life these days. So we need holistic answers for our modern day problems, and Ayurveda of course, is not just the medicine for your body, it is medicine for your mind, it is also having a spiritual aspect in itself. And so, this combination of body, mind and soul, the soulfulness, the mindfulness, and also the physicality come together to play in our health. And so that is the importance of living a life of balance. And that is why Ayurveda is important. So, what do you actually mean when you say living a life of balance? It is easily said than done, as we all know. I was active as a cricketer. I used to play cricket, which is very usual in India, in my student life. But once I started my medical practice, it took me so much far away from any physical exercise, not just exercise, but any too much of physical activity, or putting myself in the context of physicality in general. But I had the bell ringing when I reached 49. My God, I will turn 50 next year. What shall I do? So, this is a big challenge to keep yourself young, as our speaker in the morning, Madam, was speaking about. It's a big challenge. So, life in balance. Immediately, I started walking in the morning. I started doing physical exercises, and I even started gym in the evenings. Yeah. So, a life of balance is when you hear this bell ringing and you orient yourself. Of course, I was doing yoga as a part of my daily routines in Ayurvedic hospitals, but it is important that you are not just limited with physical yoga to gear up your metabolism when you are approaching your 50s, and you need more modifications in life. So I was just giving an example, what is a life of balance. So you should be sensitive to your calls from your body, and also you should be careful about what your mind tells you. As of mindfulness we have discussed, and also keeping your spirits high is very important in keeping healthy. Yeah. So, understanding the workplace stress, I don't think I need to go a lot of points into this. We do have a lot of stresses in our workplaces, but in the Ayurvedic lens, Ayurveda speak of three mental doshas, or one of them is a guna, the others are doshas. We all have sattva, rajas and tamas. Sattva is the aspect of purity. Yeah, 𝐁𝐴𝐴 says sattvam laghu prakasha nishtam, which means sattva is lightness, brightness. Prakasha means brightness and love. So we all have this aspect of lightness, of brightness and love. Yeah. We also have the other two, which are considered as doshas or negatives. One is rajas, which is the activity factor, yeah, the one which pushed us forward in our life, yeah. But one is also avashtam bhagam chalas charajaha, says 𝐁𝐴𝐴, which means one which makes us proud of ourselves and our actions, and one which is always moving and one which pushes us forward. That is rajas. And we have the dark aspect we call tamas, which is avashtam bhagam, which I apologize, that is rajas, and guru varanakam eva tamaha. Guru means heaviness, varanakam means covering everything. The dark aspect, which is heavy, which prevents us from moving or prevents us from advancing in life, and which is also covering everything like all our positive faculties. So the point is, by stressing ourselves, by taking a lot of mental stress in our workplaces, we emulate these two factors. One which is rajas, which is the activity aspect of our mind, and tamas, which is the darkness aspect of our mind. Yeah? So when we are angry at someone, it is the rajas which is in action. Yeah? When we are jealous and also we go behind somebody's ears and speak nonsense about another person, it is the dark aspect which we are doing. We all have these gossips going around in our workplace. So the point is, we have to keep a balance of the purity aspect, the bright aspect, the aspect of love, and not to emulate the activity aspect or the dark aspect in keeping mentally healthy. Embrace more lightness, brightness, and love. So that is what Ayurveda say about the life of balance when it comes to reducing rajas and tamas for workplace health and wellness. I hope you had this point there. Yeah, and then I heard several points for stress management from the audience, from the brilliant people who are sitting in front of me. These are the Ayurvedic tips which we usually use. Pranayama, which is the breath exercises, breathing exercises. Yeah. Sankhya and also Yoga Shastra says, Chale vate chalam chittam, nischale nischalam bhavi. When your breath is moving, your mind is also moving. Nischale nischalam bhavi means when you calm down your breath, your mind is also calm down. And then it says, Yogi sthanatvam apnoti tato vayum nirodhaye. Yogi, the person who is doing yoga, becomes a pillar of stone when he is advanced in the pursuit of yoga. He becomes so stable that it's like a stone pillar. And achieving that, you have to do pranayama, the exercise of your breath. Having said that, I remember myself meeting an old Vaidya. Vaidya is the traditional Ayurvedic practitioner. In my town is a small town in Kerala called Heidelberg. He lived until 105 years. I met him after 100 years. I'm not surprised by the pursuit of Father Jacob. You know, he is so strong and going forward. Ayurveda is the reason behind it. This Vaidya who lived 105 years, he practiced Ayurveda even after 100 years. I met him after he was 100. Yeah? And I asked his lifestyle. He attributes more than 3 hours for pranayama daily. Yeah? I repeat. The one Vaidya I met who was 105 practicing Ayurveda attributes 3 hours for controlling his breath daily. Yeah? And I asked his diet and I was amazed. He eats even fried things and all what is possible in the local menu. And I don't dare to eat fried things in the evenings or have tea with milk in the mornings, but he was doing that at 105. Yeah? So the importance of pranayama, that is why he tops the list. It has simply 3 ingredients. You take your breath, you hold it, and you breath out. Yeah? And Sanskrit terms are Purakam, Kumbhakam, and Rechakam. The time taken for breathing out, ideally, should be more than the time taken to breathe in. So that is the basic step of pranayama. But ideally, you go to a yoga school or a proper teacher and to learn how to do pranayama. There are also many resources online to do pranayama. But anyhow, this is the key to stress management and also long life. Come to meditation. People have been here discussing about meditation. And meditation is dhyana. Dhyana is an advanced step of yoga. So you have to concentrate on a point and you focus on a point of mindfulness, and that is dhyana. And there are different steps of practicing dhyana or meditation in yoga, and also being practiced widely in different places. So I won't go deep into it, but again, a yoga school or practice or a teacher will help you, guide you through dhyana meditation, which is also very important for mindfulness and also calming yourself down and keeping yourself down. The oil massage, which we call abhyangam. Yeah? Abhyangam achare nityam. You are supposed to do oil application on a daily basis. What are the benefits of doing the oil application on a daily basis? Sa jara samavata. It prevents jara, which is the wrinkling of the skin, and not just that, it prevents the old age. Srama, which is tiredness, and vata imbalances. And it gives tushti, happiness, nourishment to your blood, and swapna, good sleep, suttvattva, good skin, dapyams, strength. So these are the benefits of doing oil application on a daily basis. So it's not just good for your skin, it is good for your mind, it is good for your long life. Doing oil application even on a daily basis on your skin. And it says, Shirasravara Padeshu, on your head, earlobes and your feet, you have to use this oil application ideally more. So calming down your vata, you need to apply oil on your head, earlobes and the sole of the feet. That is very helpful in keeping your mental stress under control. Nasal drops. You have nasal drops, nasya, which is a part of the panchakarma. It is cleansing your upper respiratory channels, and not just that, it removes your lethargy and your tiredness. Yeah? You can instill just 3 drops of a medicated oil in each nostril. Ideally, it should be after a good fumigation, a good steam inhalation, and that nasal drop will help to clear your mind and also reduce all conditions and reduce your lethargy and tiredness. Here also I have a story. Nasal drops with purified neem oil is supposed to slow down your aging process and also make you young and vibrant. Nasal drops in general, but purified neem oil, the medical neem oil, but purified one will help to slow down the process of aging. Then, Panchakarma is the absolute detox. You have been hearing about Panchakarma from the center, from the National Institute of Ayurveda in the morning. We also have a specific session on Panchakarma tomorrow. So it is, I just precisely say Panchakarma is the absolute detox. Like vomiting, inducing diarrhea, giving different enemas, and also bloodletting, all these come under Panchakarma, and these are absolute detox programs to keep and reset your body, mind and soul, to keep yourself healthy and with low stress. And of course, we have supplements in Ayurveda like Ashwagandha, like Brahmi for memory, so on. You have a lot of them. Yes. This is where the modern science meets Ayurveda. Today my colleague from the National Institute have been speaking a lot about these kind of modern understandings of Ayurveda and modern research about Ayurveda. We now know that the cortisol, the stress hormone, is reduced by medication. He also spoke about heart rate variability, improving with pranayama, resilience science with mental clarity and self-regulation in Ayurveda. These are all modern understandings of what Ayurveda speaks about. Yeah. In our office spaces, we are sitting long hours. So vata imbalance because of stambha or stiffness, back pain, fatigue, poor circulation, low back pain, we call it kadigraha in Ayurveda, sciatica, gritrasi in Ayurveda, grivagraha, cervical pain in Ayurveda, ardita, facial palsy. Yeah, all these are vata imbalances. So we do have very effective management of this kind of lifestyle. I would say more office sitting, job rendered problems like low back pain, sciatica, cervical pain, and facial palsy. They are better managed with Ayurveda than giving modern pills to cure them. Yeah? These kind of lifestyle-related problems or office work stress or work pressure and sitting job-related problems, I'm sure that this is very common here also, like low back pain and sciatica, and also cervical pain and facial palsies. We do have better management of these problems with Panchakarma. And my hospital, where I am working, we have 20 beds, and I would say more than 80% of these beds are occupied by people who have these kind of problems, mostly spinal and neurological problems. Yeah. At workplaces, ergonomics is quite important. Now we rearrange our tables and chairs to sit better and move better. So frequent stretching every 60 to 90 minutes is very important. We call it vyayama. Vyayama is exercise. It may not be a big physical exercise. It could be gentle stretching in your office spaces, frequent movements. You can all look into desk yoga. You don't need a yoga mat to do yoga. You can do yoga on your desk. Yeah. So that is quite possible, and you can learn it from teachers doing simple yoga technique. Even what I practice at my clinic is when I have a minute break, I walk a few times in my own cabin, and also do this, like just push yourself up on your toes a few times. That will release your stress and improve your circulation. Yeah, so correct your posture. The spine should be aligned and feet grounded. This is very important. Are you grounded? Are you on your feet? And is your spine erect while you're in your office? Look at that, think about that, and that is quite important in keeping yourself healthy. And please use appropriate Ayurvedic Ayurvedic oils for your joint health. We have plenty of oils here. Father Jacob is preparing them. So you can use an appropriate oil for your joint health. See, a lot of people are suffering from arthritis. An increasing number of people are going towards arthroscopic surgeries and complete knee replacement surgeries in India. Even in Kerala, where I come from. Lots and lots of people are doing arthroscopic surgeries or total knee replacements. TKR, as it is called. So we are now the Ayurvedic Association in Kerala. We have a campaign called the Knee Health Campaign. And this Knee Health Campaign, we are promoting Ayurvedic preventions and also Ayurvedic cures to prevent knee replacement surgeries. Yeah? So I think this is quite important. Part is to use an Ayurvedic oil. The modern researchers speaks about musculoskeletal disorders from prolonged sitting. Studies support micro movements, eye breaks. That's another important factor where Dr. Jacob has already put his attention in. Eye breaks, or use of medicines for the eyes. We don't have we have big problems with eyes these days. Because of our visual pressure. It's not just about reading, it's now a lot about the screen. We are spending hours and hours on smaller and bigger screens, and that put a lot of pressure on your eyes. And so micro movements, eye breaks are quite important. Eye strains, fatigue, managed with focused gazing. We call it Tradaka. Focusing on a point, looking at the same point for a prolonged time is called Tradaka. And that is set to improve your eyesight. And of course, you can consult Ayurvedic eye specialists and Ayurvedic doctors to use appropriate medications to improve your eyesight. Food. Yeah, I met someone who is focused and specializing in food right now. Yeah. Pathya is the Ayurvedic approach to food. To start with, I will say Ayurveda say that your food should have all the 6 basic tastes and predominantly sweet. But it does not mean that you should eat a lot of sugars. It should be predominantly but naturally sweet. Like all sweet, sour, salty, bitter, spicy, and astringent. So this is the basic idea of Ayurveda. But common diet mistakes, skipping breakfast, which create cognitive fatigue, late dinners, poor digestion, over-reliance on caffeine. These are all problems of our modern day food habits. See, the missing breakfast, I had a question from the pita chief. She asked me, what about this, fasting, intermittent fasting. Yeah? Lately I had known about people do intermittent fasting having higher incidence of stones in their gallbladders. Yeah? I'm not sure whether there are conclusive studies, but this is more from clinical experiences. So intermittent fasting is good, but skipping breakfast is not a good idea. Yeah? So you need to have breakfast. Ideally, we spoke only about 2 meals per day, but now we can speak about 3 meals per day, but whatever. Breakfast is quite important. Skipping a breakfast can be not very good for your work-life balance. I would like to remind you guys that life is not a 100 meters dash, it is a marathon. I repeat, life is not a 100 meters dash, but it's a marathon. You just can't live 10 years and then fall ill, 10 years very active and masculine and then fall ill, or feminine and then fall ill. No, that is not the point. The point is living life fullest and longest. Yeah? So this is quite important. Night rituals should include that also. Nature exposure. That is also something which is very important. We are going very far off from nature. I just told you that I started walking. I started walking in nature. And when I started walking, I'm appreciating a lot of new things. About plants, about flowering, about fruiting of trees, about the roots, about the birds, and all the flora and fauna of the land where I'm living, which I was stripped off all these years of practice. But go back to nature and then you will realize all that. And also, it is also an important aspect of Ayurvedic healing. Sunlight, exposure to wind are important aspect of calming down your doshas. Yeah. Scientific validation, blue light, melatonin suppression, mindfulness and nature exposure improve your dopamine regulation. That is what modern science is. Yeah, life of balance, integration of combined ancient wisdom and modern life. Small and consistent changes, we can do that every day towards a better life and balance. Yes, it is used as Ayurveda as a personal guide, and you can't say that it's a one-stop remedy for all your problems. As the speaker said in the morning, it is not like miracle, but it is the strength and use that strength. Yeah. Swastasya swasthya rakshanam means preserve the health of the healthy and cure the illness of the ill. This is the motto of Ayurveda, and I will complete with one prayer from Ashtanga Hridaya. It says, Pishadam Satuvritanam Bhadram Agama Shalinam Apyasta Karmanam Bhadram Bhadram Bhadram. Meaning, let good things happen to the physicians or the doctors who take pain in healing others. Pishadam Satuvritanam Bhadram. Bhadra means positive things. Bhadram Agama Shalinam means let positive things happen to all those who respect and thrive for knowledge. You are in a university, a place which thrives for knowledge. So, respect for knowledge. And then, Abhyasta Karmanam Bhadram. Let good things happen to all those who do on a daily basis nurture their skills by practicing daily. The daily practice is quite important. It's not that you have to practice one day and forget it. No, you have to practice this day. And then, Bhadram Bhadra Pilashna. Let good things happen to all those who would like good things to happen for others. And repeat, let good things happen to all those who would like good things to happen for others. That is why Father Jacob is doing this, and that is why I have been flying from India to speak here at this conference, and this wonderful university is providing us this opportunity to speak about Ayurveda. And wonderful people sitting in front of me are here to learn the message of Ayurveda, because we all would like good things to happen, not just for us, but for the others. Bhadram Bhadra Pilashna. Thank you for your